Yeah, so basically, the conclusion is that I'm in love with Yeusng. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Herrera here. I hope that you're all well. Listen, every now and again, Yeusng will drop us a message and hint about his upcoming album, and it sends me into panic mode because I am not ready. I want it, yeah, but I am not ready. So as you know, I am working my way through all of his mini albums, just trying to listen to everything, devour everything. And today it is the turn of his third mini album called Pink Magic. And you will have seen I have already reacted to his fourth mini album, Beautiful Night. Please do check that out in the playlist. And to find out what I'm including in this reaction video, please have a look at the description below. This is a mix of live performances, lyric videos, and some behind the scenes that I could get my hands on. I am super excited to listen to the other songs on this album because I have heard Pink Magic and I have heard Parallel Lines, but I'm sure there are some other gems on here that I've been missing out on. This album, as far as I'm aware, doesn't necessarily have an album spoiler or a highlight medley. However, he did perform this on Idol Radio, and so I thought this was a great way to start off this reaction video. And yeah, let's go. Also, clearly, I don't need an excuse to sit down, but I am making this my excuse to sit down and just love on this man. Okay?
자꾸 말으면 화낼 거야. 정말 아냐. 네, 여기까지 부르겠습니다. 행복한 웃음들 네가 또 불어와. 수많은 글자들 바람에
What song is this? Is this It's Okay? Wow.
내게 닿고 싶어 매일 애쓰며 내달렸던 걸음 외워둘게 널 처음 만난 날과
Wow.
너의 목소리와 잘 지내길 바래 같은 하늘 아래 어딘가. 네, 여기까지만 할게요.
That was way too short. That was amazing. I wish there was like an official highlight medley. That was a nice little teaser for the songs I have not yet heard from this album. Talk to me about this album. I am really, really excited and intrigued as to what I'm about to discover. But can I say that I already am feeling like he's wasted, really? Like, singing is not enough. He needs to be doing lots with that voice, like voice acting, voiceovers, radio shows, TV shows, just something. Like, I know it must be stressful enough already with the amount that they all work, but I want more, and I would hate for that voice to be wasted. So please, do something. I think the first time I saw this music video was the first time I was slapped in the face with the reality of this visual. I think it just never really hit me until this point. Oh. It's just so soothing. That bit is like my most favorite sound from him when he sounds overly nasal and like he's got a cold. Like, that is my favorite sound. Like, I gush over that. If I'm like driving somewhere or walking somewhere and a bit comes on where he sings like that, I do the exact same things that I do when I film these reaction videos. I swear, people following me around or that people that see me, they must think I'm an absolute weirdo, but I just make silly faces because he makes me feel that way. Like, stop it. Look at those little hands. How did they manage to keep a straight pace? Oh wow. Doesn't that sound him just being like sultry and sensual and delicious. Oh my god, that freaking face. The pink hair looks so good. This, I mean, that. That is unbelievable. I mean, there's no way I'm going to be able to pause that to make him look any better. I mean, he can't look better. That's probably like the best he's ever looked. He looks outstanding. Like, that is a shocking visual right there. I really like the groove of this song. It feels fresh, it's peppy, and I think it actually shows off the darkness of his voice in a different kind of a way. He sounds a little bit mature, experienced, and if you couldn't really see that face, I mean, this is one of those moments where I can't believe that that face goes with that voice. But if you weren't able to see him, like, I would just envisage like a really big built man, you know, like a real masculine person. And then you put it with that face and that pink hair, and you're just like, how could you not fall in love with this package? Like, this is perfection. Oh, the shadow. You listen to the music, it's so funky. What a great song. Such a strong song. Definitely the one that would appeal to the masses. I'm really interested, though, to hear the rest of the album and kind of see what direction this album goes into and whether I change my mind as to this being like such a strong title track. Like, is there something that can overtake this? Find out.
미니 3집 앨범의 타이틀곡인 핑크 매직의 뮤직비디오 촬영 현장입니다.
I definitely prefer the pink hair when it's curly. Oh.
노래가 왜 핑크 매직이야, 제목이 왜 핑크 매직이야 라고 생각하시는 분들도 계실 수 있는데 말 그대로 정말 핑크빛 세상이에요. 네, 사랑에 빠지면 온 세상이 핑크빛으로 물든다고 하잖아요.
So was he in love with someone when he released this, when he sung this? Because I can feel it. More to be stood that close to him.
사랑에 빠진 사람의 세상을 그린 되게 아름답고 순수한 사랑에 대한 그런 내용입니다.
Oh no. I mean, would you look at these cuties? Dong,
핑크 매직과 함께 하시면 사랑하는 사람들은 더 아름다운 사랑을 하실 것 같고요. 사랑이 없던 분들도 왠지 사랑이 찾아올 것 같은 설렘을 느끼지 않을까라는 생각이
love watching stuff like this. It's very similar to watching fan cams. So when you're watching like an official recording, the sound is always a little bit different. It's not quite how it would be if you were there live. And I think some people sound even better in fan cams. Like there is proof of that out there on the internet. And I feel like seeing behind the scenes of a filming like this, he looks so incredibly perfect in the finished product of this music video. But seeing the behind the scenes of it, him just like walking around, talking to people, he looks just as perfect. Like this guy is such a strong visual. And the fact that at one point in his life he was told, or people thought that he was not, is disgusting in my opinion. Because number one, being a visual in my book is actually quite offensive because you're kind of saying that the person lacks talent. But I get it. In the K-pop world, being a visual is a real thing, so fine if we're going to go with that. But then to deny him being a visual is just, yeah, it's really a crime. Lecture over. I mean, there's no like post-production editing on this, right? There's no trickery going on in these shots, and yet he looks so perfect.
나오시고요. 그리고 저희 멤버들이 또 출연을 합니다. 규현 씨랑 그리고 동네 씨가 카메오로도 출연을 하고요.
He's actually not wearing that many accessories there, I'm shocked. He's kind of toned it down for this music video.
정말 열심히 포기하지 않고 열심히 했다라는 제 스스로의 그 생각들이 정말 헛되지 않았구나라는 생각이 더 들어서 더 감사한 오늘인 것 같습니다. 여러분 정말 진심으로 감사드립니다.
Look at this beauty, please. Honestly, that is just one stunner, is it not? Question. What is the likelihood of a solo from a group getting a win in a music show? Like, I don't really see it happening. I always see groups winning in music shows. And so it makes me think, have any of the Super Junior members in their solo efforts ever won at a music show? I mean, like they're super popular, but has that ever happened? And this makes me really excited because, like, you know, when they're creating and when they're quiet, you have no idea what's brewing, you don't know what's coming, and we have no idea what to expect. You could come out with something like this and just completely shock us. And as I said, I am not ready. Oh. What? I'm so confused right now. I'm a little bit more confused than I was just reading the title of this. I was kind of like, it's okay? I don't understand. Like, maybe this is a Korean thing and it's just gone over my head because I don't get it. And now, like, listening to the song, it's super sweet. Like, this guy's gonna sing us to sleep, but he's also gonna hum to us a little like tune about making sure we don't starve. Um, but I still don't get it right now. I won't pretend. I appreciate it though. But can he sing this to himself too? I mean, can you really blame me? It feels really, really random, doesn't it? But I get that in a lot of cultures, like food and cooking for each other, making sure the other person has eaten is like really important. Like I know that in some countries and in some languages, you don't really say like, "How are you doing?" You kind of ask, "Have you eaten today?" That's like the importance of food, and obviously, food and being well fed is a sign of wealth and health. So yeah, like I kind of get it, but I kind of don't. Is this about an eating disorder? Or like being shy to eat in front of other people, or like not wanting to eat by yourself? I'm really just trying to like get into it and understand it a little bit more, but I'm getting a little sense of that from it. Like give yourself a day off, you know? I feel like the translation isn't doing any favors because it's not in the way that like if this song was written in English, I don't think that we'd write it this way. Do you know what I mean? Like this is definitely like a language barrier here. Um, but yeah, it's like kind of like take a day off, go and enjoy life a little bit more, and eat what you want, do what you want. Don't worry about others. Like, is it that kind of a song? Nice. Does he have to sing so sweetly to us? So my takeaway from this is that firstly, I feel like I'm sitting a quiz right now, an unexpected quiz, but I'll take it. If it's Yeusng, I will sit the quiz every damn day of my life. Um, but yeah, this was more like a reassurance. Maybe he even wrote this for himself. Did he write this? Maybe he even wrote this for himself. It's like a reassurance that it's okay. And yeah, it's maybe like not as it's not as literal as it comes across. Um, I get it. This man is so caring. I really, really feel that. Like he is, I kid you not, like my ideal man. I think like if I were in a relationship with him, it probably wouldn't work in all honesty because I think I'm too similar to him. We'd probably just argue. I wouldn't be able to take him looking that beautiful all the time. Um, and him and his selfies and things. I don't think I'd be able to cope with that part of him. But like the core of who he is, taking all of that away, like the fanciness away from it, taking technology away from it, like the core of him, his heart, things that he thinks about, the things that he notices, and like the things that he wants to talk to us about are just so beautiful, so pure, and sometimes I can't believe that this is a real person and that he is still like this despite living in this flashy industry. It's gorgeous. Like, I really, really love him so much. Oh, really?
어쩌면 다른 말들은 필요 없을지 몰라 조용히 맘졸이던 밤들을 헤아려 이제야 나 너를
Well, spit it out then. Get to the point.
내게 줬던 작은 순간들 바른 기억이라 하기엔 잊을 수 없어서 행복한 웃음들 틈에 네가 떠오르 수많은 글자들 바람에도 너를 찾아나 멀어진 하루만큼 내가 더 안아줄게 우리 사랑했던 그대로 그냥 오면 돼.
The power of his voice is such that I honestly feel like I'm the only one listening to this. I'm the only one experiencing this, and that he has written all of this for me. Can you imagine? Like, this is 2019. I feel like he is saying this to me right now. Like, this is how much I am whipped for this man because I feel like he sings me to sleep. He tells me when he's angry. Um, I feel like my heart is breaking when he sings heartbreak songs. Um, I feel like I have such a connection with him, and that is a really special voice. That's not just a beautiful voice, is it? That's someone that is just born to do this. And for anyone that doesn't listen to him and can't see that added layer, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he breaks down that barrier. He makes everything so personal to you that you honestly start to believe that you know this man and that you're in love with him or that you were or that you're breaking up. You know what I mean? Like, you're living all of these scenarios with him through that voice. It is just so beautiful. It is so powerful. Um, and I can't believe that there are songs out there like this that I haven't heard because I can tell you already that I am in love with this song.
우리가 함께 그리던 계절 그 위로 같은 맘으로 바라던 하늘 구름 틈새로 참고 또 참아왔었던 한숨을 토해낼 사실은 오래 기다려온 나 조금 지쳤나 봐 혼자 보낸 낯선 시간들 차곡차곡 담아둔 거야 네가 올 때까지
He's got such a strong voice, but don't you think that sometimes he really holds back? Like, he doesn't ever feel the need to just go crazy in a song. And I think I get it because when you have to then perform these songs live a lot, it makes it difficult. Like, he will strain his voice if he does that all the time. Like, some people's voices are just not made to do that all the time. But he really isn't that showy, yet he has a showy voice. Like, I don't know, like, what is the thought process behind that? Like, it leaves you wanting more. I think I instantly make comparisons because I'm like, there are other people out there that have just as showy voices and they do show them off. And it makes me mad. Like, I'm like, Yeusng, come on, like, show off more. But I get it. Like, there's a level of control and there's like another layer of thought that goes into everything. It's just interesting. I hope that at one point I come across something or that I reach a point in my understanding of him and his mind where I'm like, that's why he does it. Like, I just don't think I'm quite there yet.
행복한 웃음들 틈에 네가 떠오르
I think it is a part of his personality as well. I don't think that he is out there. Like you can't look at him and say this is exactly what this man is like. He does hold back a little bit. And so that therefore is reflected in his work as well. I just get the feeling he thinks about everything 100 times. Oh. That whole bit was gorgeous. This climb. When somebody with a voice like that does a climb like that, you can feel the pull, can't you? You can feel gravity. Like everything is trying to keep that voice down. And that struggle, I can imagine that beautiful neck, like recording this. Everything is trying to keep it down, but he is pulling it up. And it is so powerful. Like, and I think that's one of the reasons why I love these voices so much, these heavier, deeper, darker voices, the huskiness so much, because those climbs are impressive for any singer. But when someone like this does it, you really feel the added emotion behind all of the lyrics. Like, even if I didn't have the lyrics in front of me, the vocal quality, the vocal tone, it honestly says it all. I can feel it. Oh. I don't want that to end. Really, I don't want that song to end. That is beautiful. What a great song that I have been missing out on this entire time. Talk to me about this song. What do you think? How do you feel about that? Um, oh, it's just bliss, isn't it? Listening to somebody that has a voice like that. It just makes you fall in love. Like, he really needs to stop because how am I ever supposed to fall in love with anybody else? Like, how? That neck. Oh, his voice is disgustingly dark, isn't it? Whoever filmed this, like, they've zoomed, but this is quite close. I mean, look at him. That voice live, there is nothing like it. You don't need a finished product to prove to anybody that that voice is out of this world. Like, honestly, that is amazing, isn't it? I still felt so in the moment, even though this is like fan cam footage. Like, that is astounding. He's got such a unique style of singing, don't you think? He does all of these tricks, like these gasps of air, those squeaks, very like lower teeth movements. It's always interesting for me to watch stuff like this because you can really see like his posture and like the lack of movement that he has in his face. He's not very expressive in his face. I think maybe just generally he's not that expressive in his face anyway. So a lot of the movement and the sound is coming from his mouth and is coming from him lowering his jaw. He doesn't even move his lips that much. And a lot of the microphone and the technique, it's not like up under like right underneath his nose. It is pressed up against his upper lip quite a bit. It's just really interesting to see. He doesn't seem to do that many hand movements either. He's very like to the point, very solemn in his delivery. Um, and maybe that works in his favor because he needs a lot of support, a lot of that air capacity to be able to get to those notes, to be able to get to that emotiveness that he's got. Look at his hair. I just want to run my fingers through that hair. Please. These wails that he does, they are so effective. A really, really beautiful song, and I'm so grateful that this live version is available for me to enjoy as well because, yeah, that's kind of like the icing on the cake because it's always nicer to listen to him singing live, don't you agree? I wish there were more live performances of this song, but it's a tough one. I totally understand.
기울어진 너의 고개 넌 항상 그랬어 그런 내게
Hold on, I don't know which lyrics to read. Please, like, what is going on?
그 아무것도 반듯할 리 없어 조금
Oh,
멀어진
just feel like I've been stabbed.
그쯤이야 사랑 그 말들로
I feel like it's bad enough to break up with somebody, right? It's really painful. But to break up with Yeusng, like, I'm so grateful that I'd never have to go through that. Like, what a great relationship we have with him, right? We get to be in love with him, we get to enjoy all of these gorgeous visuals, his personality, and we don't have to deal with the breakup. Like, there's just, wow, like, what a fantastic deal this is. Lap it up. Mm. I love that. I love those drums. They're so dramatic. You really hear that struggle in his voice, don't you? I can't quite figure him out as an artist in the sense that sometimes I feel like he just has it in his blood. He was born to do this. You could give him lyrics and he would deliver them to you and he'd make you think that he wrote those and that that is a part of his life story. Then there are also days where I get the feeling that he is a real thinker and he likes to take his time over things, really mull over things, rework things. He's a perfectionist. And so each line, like he would have sat down and like annotated each line really like carefully and again to really get that focus. And he would have re-recorded stuff like ridiculous amounts to ensure that the feel was just absolutely perfect. I flip between the two. I think he's probably a mix of the two. Like a lot of that comes naturally to him. But I do think that you can hear all of that effort in there, can't you? I would love for this song to have a music video. I can just imagine it. Like him wandering the streets, some like camera trickery, like extreme weathers, him just on the end of like a cliff or something. Something really dramatic. I like how that's brought to an end too. So often songs like this, heartbreak songs or love songs, don't necessarily have an end. But the whole point of this is obviously like, if we're not on the same path, then there's no future for us. And I like the ending of that. The song is quite dramatic, it's very emotive. And I think the ending is almost sudden as well. Maybe that's kind of how relationships work as well, or this particular relationship. Um, but yeah, I felt that dramatic end. It was kind of like, fine, I'm done with it. We have to be done with it. Let's move on. Oh. Love it. I was not expecting for the chorus to come in so quickly and for it to be so powerful, especially as he was just humming in the beginning. That was really nice, so strong. Oh my god. I really love the instruments used in this. It is so nice. They really highlight the sound of his voice so much, don't you think? Like they match up to the intensity of his voice. Me too. Wow. Very nice. That was so strong. Such a great build up. I really like the desperation in his voice there. This is a little bit more of that dramaticness that I wanted from him, like showiness. Wow. Oh. Honestly, who broke this boy's heart? For goodness sake. He's intense, isn't he? He always gets the endings of his songs so right, in my opinion. Always leaves you wanting more. Like, I instantly just want to hit the replay button on that. A really, really beautiful song. He's intense. He really is, isn't he? Like, I feel like being in love with him, like really knowing him must be a really intense experience. He doesn't do anything by halves. Like, everything is extreme. But yeah, that was another gorgeous song. Like, love is a real heavy feel in the entirety of this album. Apart from like It's Okay is a different expression of love. And I'll be interested to see like where Wish goes now. But we've definitely gone from that like really beautiful pink magic feeling of like falling in love, being in love. And it's gone down quite a couple of notches from that. Sounds like a Disney song. Something a little bit magical about it. Nice.
엉킨 인연을 풀어 걷다 보면 우린 꼭 만날 거야.
Lyrically, that is so beautiful, but I love the way he's singing that so delicately. He's not being muffled, he's really pronouncing all of that. So fresh.
네가 있는 곳 목소리와 얼굴도 본 적 없지만
Ah, I have
거짓말
butterflies.
같은 우리의 시작을 기대하고 바랄게 잘 지내길 바래 같은 하늘 아래 어딘가 서로 다른 길을 헤매도 그 길의 끝에 우린 마주치게 될 테니
Like destiny.
세상에 허락된 내 모든 우연을 모아 스치는 날
Why is he having another Disney Prince moment right now? I feel like a Disney princess listening to this. This is amazing. It's so magical.
내가 널 알아볼 테니까 만나는 그날까지 부디 안녕
How can a complete stranger make me feel like this?
어떤 사람과 어떤 세상 어떤 삶을 살았을까 만나면 궁금한 게 너무 많아 어서 널 알고 싶어 My love 잘 지내길 바래 같은 하늘 아래 어딘가 서로의 이름은 몰라도 꿈꾸다 보면 우린 마주치게 될 테니 세상에 허락된 내 모든 우연을 모아 스치는 날 내가 널 알아볼 테니까 만나는 그날까지 부디 안녕
I honestly need to hear this performed live. Like, this is absolutely beautiful. Like, this is a song that I want him to sing for me live, like, right now.
아주문 시간을 돌아 기적을 마주치는 날 누도 나를 알아보기를
Nice.
그 언젠간 너의 이름을 알게 되는 날 입이 닳게 불러줄 거야 늦어도 좋아 나의 첫인사를 받아줄 널
This guy really wants us to be in love with him, doesn't he? Like, I mean, wow.
꿈꾸면 그날로 마중 나갈 테니까 세상 어디에 있건 건강하길 만나는 그날까지 안녕
Yeah, so basically, the conclusion is that I'm in love with Yeusng. That's it. What a great album. I'm so glad actually that the album is ending on that because I felt a little bit of positivity. Like everyone wants a dream, don't they? That they'll meet somebody and that it will be a coincidence and like somehow, paths will cross. And yeah, that was just really dreamy, really Disney. And it got me like imagining things and wanting to be in love, to be quite honest with you. And I don't really wish that in my life, but I kind of want to be. Like after listening to that, I will say I think that this is my most favorite song on the album. Like in terms of the ones that I've not heard previously, I would say that Pink Magic is probably the correct choice as the title track because it's the most peppy. It really sets the mood for the album. It probably reaches the widest variety of audiences. I think Parallel Lines is the strongest song on the album, but I'm glad that he didn't pick that as the title track because I don't think he would have been able to cope with performing that on a regular basis. I wouldn't want him to put his voice through that and him emotionally put himself through that because it's just such an intense song. I really love that song so much. But I think out of the songs that I've not heard previously, Wish is so special. It is absolutely beautiful.
실끝 하나를 타고 가며 반대편 끝을 만나듯 엉킨 인연을 풀어 걷다 보면 우린 꼭 만날 거야.
Oh,
목소리와 얼굴도 본 적 없지만 거짓말 같은 우리의 시작을 기대하고 바랄게. 잘 지내길 바래.
isn't it just magical?
서로 다른 길을 헤매도 그 길의 끝에 우린 마주치게 될 테니.
Look at the care he's taking over being like so peppy and dynamic with it.
만나는 그날까지 부디 안녕. 어떤 사람과 어떤 세상 어떤 삶을 살았을까.
Can they pan the camera to Ilhoon so we can see Ilhoon falling in love? I'd be on the floor right now. I mean, this should be an OST. This would make a fantastic OST. You know what? When I think about this song, actually, this could do with a part two. I can just imagine it right now. Like, they found each other. Like, their paths did cross, and they did say that hello, and they did share the stories. Like, can we have a happy ending? Like, this is hinting at a happy ending. I want a proper happy ending. Come on. Give me.
만나는 그날까지 부디 안녕. 아주 먼 시간을 돌아 기적을 마주치는 날 너도 나를 알아보길. 그 언젠가 너의 이름을 알게 되는 날 밝게 불러줄 거야. 늦어도 좋아. 나의 첫인사를 받아줄 널 꿈꾸며 그날로.
Usually, radio stations have better microphones than this. Maybe it's just the way that it's been recorded, like captured, that's not doing it justice. But he definitely has to like approach a song a different way when he sings like this because it's not really that natural to him. You can really see how he's having to focus on like every note and every sound that comes out of his mouth. And I kind of wish that's the only bad point about songs like this. That I wish that he wouldn't have to do that because when he sings more in a flow, it just sounds so good.
마중 나갈 테니까 세상 어디에 있건 건강하기야. 만나는 그날까지 감사합니다.
So to conclude, Wish is my most favourite song that I had not heard previously, and I can't believe that I had been living all of this time without having this song in my life, and I cannot wait to finish this reaction and go and listen to this on loop like for the rest of the day. I am in love. This is my song. This is absolutely gorgeous. Talk to me about that album. I feel like, yeah, mini albums are short, but that felt really short. Like, I always want more from him. And I'm so excited to continue this listening reaction journey and go on to his other albums as well. And please talk to me about all of these songs. What are your favorites? Do you think that Pink Magic was the correct title track and the correct package for this album? And if not, what would you have picked instead? And how do you think that this album would have been better, could have been better? I really like this. I think thinking about it, I probably prefer Beautiful Night because there are all of the songs on that album could be title tracks, in my opinion. And there are really strong songs in there. And I like the maturity between this album and that album, like vocally for Yeusng. But that's not to take away from the beauty of this album. There's a different style here. There's a different level of beauty here. And I really love all of the love that's in here because I love the romantic sound that he's got. And yeah, I definitely want more of that. And I'm really excited to continue this journey. So please, please make sure to talk to me about everything in this, the upcoming stuff. Kind of like the process that I go through putting these together. So for the second mini album, if there are live performances that I've not seen, you can start dropping me links and I will make sure to include those. Thank you so much for joining me for that. I mean, I really don't know at this point how much deeper I can get into this love that I have for him, but hopefully it can grow. Okay. Please do subscribe to my channel for lots more content. Like the video if you liked it, of course. And until I see you next time, take care. Stay safe. Bye.